song like a song like a song like a song now.
My head has been stuck in dual cloud land for a while now. Basically, this was just a teapot for two. Of two. Snowy winter and tropical island worlds mixing together. With a snowman face and leaf head, we got the dynamic duo, one that would probably melt each other. Considering that classic mountain landscape, what if it was made of breakfast? There's already plenty of stories that say the moon is delicious, so ask astronauts why they've never tasted it. It's an egg now. I made the water a strand of bacon. And honestly, rivers are probably greasy enough that wouldn't surprise me in the least.
I'm a germophobic.
Perfect in a flat, layered mountain slide, then little pancakes. I had this weird clock doodle, and well, it's round in shape, so easily it resembled a railroad crossing sign. Down the center, I plopped a crosswalk, although just kind of left it all gray. Not that helpful against the jumble of mostly grayish cars that pass by. I imagined a lot of random stores. Behold, my doodled ice cream parlor, ha. Highly resembling an actual scoop of ice cream. I made a unique store sign and an overhead balcony and a bunch of surrounding gardens, including an outdoor sitting area. Now let's go on inside. First off, my long chocolate drizzle trail continues its drip on the inside. Now, this might be an ice cream parlor, but there's also a performing stage in the back, an art gallery on the side, and a mini gift shop connected just beside, and an indoor garden on the opposite. What an overly involved ice cream space. In a third drawing, in comes a doodled household. 3 bedrooms and a random bathroom in the center. I kind of imagined a jungle landscape with the green and pink colorings. Kind of preferred it with the black backdrop though. Here we go. Opposites come to life again with seals in the water desert. I used color pencils originally, but now we'll be using pixels. And where what follows a
What in the world?
And what follows rain? A giant rainbow. Have you ever seen a rainbow in the desert? Rare, very rare occurrences. This was a lamp, or this could be a lamp and more desert, with a rocky Grand Canyon look on the lampshade. I kind of envisioned pyramids and ancient jungle treasures. I plopped in a key decoration, and below, a nighttime filled starry sky. This was that top hat I had, made into some weird rooster chicken barn art. Yeah, as much as I hardly understood what in the world that thing I made was, this was another plan I had. I put a stop sign themed cookie sticking out from the side, then between each layer a drizzle of pink and speed limits, and at the base of the cake a circular flat roadway. And now referencing my Craftamundo characters, or crafty construction girls, whatever you want to call them, let's design some pets to match them. A fish for Rhonda railroad crossing, a kitty traffic cone for Toku, more traffic cone than kitty. Yeah, an iguana for traffic light, and an upbeat doggy for an even more upbeat sage stop sign. Okay, now let's take a break from sketches and return to my Jambaboos. They need some special ear tags. Of course, they don't have any ears. Starting with Streamy, she seems to like parties, and so a balloon just makes sense. Now, my method of theming the balloon strawberry kind of just ended up with squashing the strawberry against its surface into like a big old plop of leaf. Yeah. Tomato time, a little cactus sprouting out of the tomato. It must have been a mutated tomato then. Apple loco, like an apple stem's leaf with holiday spirit Christmas tree etched within. I kind of imagine it made of like needle and thread embedded in there. Can you do that to a leaf? Stitch a leaf? Then Pink Joe. I tried to make her tag as girly as possible with literal lips puking out a mouthful of soapy bathwater. Yeah, that might have just destroyed the girliness in it. Add a cute little soap at the bottom, and the water is sparkly clean once again. And beautiful. While the granny should be girly, it should also be old. Cause, So it was a bunch full of slightly wrinkly grapes with a curly curl of vines on one side. A tiny gardening hat just on top. And then for me blueberry dude Bing Ned, I just kept it simple with an old screwdriver. Decorated with tan blueberries. Are they blueberries if they're tan? Takata parkour, dude. He needs a skateboard tag, right? No, cause I kind of made him already coming with a skateboard as an accessory. So what is another random junkyard item? A little trash can with trash inside. And for my first season, I designed some joke cards for the grape. I kept things similar to the gardener granny with flowers and vines as like a backdrop. And then the joke, why did the grapes demand to have their plant pot moved down to the basement? And as I mentioned, Streamy just adores her balloons. And thus, in with the rest of the pot. Like a cake backdrop with like layered colors and matching the actual strawberry. Oh, and oh my, we can't forget about the watermelon dude. I figured he ought to join us for that, even if it's just his behind. So he's part of season 1 too. So I made some magic wand borders and scattered many wee pieces about. Maybe a little too scattered. Let's revert to sketches. But these aren't lamps or houses or shops. These are glasses. They were actually accessories I designed for a second version of Wii, one with eyes. Each of like the glasses could be velcroed on the eyeballs directly in front of the eyes. On the back, it would have like a pouch. In the pouch, you could be unzipped, and then you could like put the glasses on the inside. Okay, let's finally add. So then all the glasses were like themed with beautiful holidays. In case you wanted to put them all in their placement. In case you wanted to theme him with some cool glasses, decorate him. This is actually a bouncy hat. I could have put a spring in here. Imagine if a stuffed animal that's made of a spring, you just go, whoa, and then he just goes, boom. Wouldn't that be an interesting stuffed animal? Alright, let's finally add in the lines. So I smushed a bunny face on 2 Easter baskets. The two purple rectangles were kind of just placeholders. I added a little wave of carrot on either end. I say wave because kind of like the top leaf is all like a wavy thingy. Then shoved a bunch of Easter eggs into the basket and some rainbow little like ear thingies to wear such glasses. Now, these glasses were themed, one for each holiday, so that was the Easter one, and here we got St. Patrick's Day coming in. 2 little black cauldron, yet stuffing each with gold coin. In slap a teeny clover to opposite edge. Ahem. And that was the worst sentence grammar I've ever purposely accomplished. I did that on purpose because I tried to do it. I mean, even if it takes as much effort to make a sentence perfect as you put as much effort to make the sentence imperfect. They both take effort. The lustrosity of a rainbow wisping down the middle and popping out on either end of the frames. For the ears. Voila. Haha. In with the summer. 2 beach balls with both sand, crabbiness, sunshines, and 1 swish of ocean wave. Ooh. And as much as I was attempting snow here, I kind of think these snowmen look like they have been squished in a clump of storm cloud. I keep those hats more detailed than just some pitch black blobs. I put a little shimmery addition of 3 snowflakes to each corner. Yeah. Now, if you actually run into a spider web, it would be rather extremely uncomfortable. But here, the web coats not only the lenses, but also the candy corns. So you can't eat them. They're plastic, though. Well, they would be plastic. Would they be paper? I see a ladybug. As I used to be a big fan of Catty Noir from the original Monster High. I even dressed up as her in 2nd grade. I wanted to be a pop star. That was my view of pop stars. That's how I see a singer. That's my version of the perfect pop star. I love that. It's a vision of wishes all so far away. Through the shadows I find the light. It's a vision of wishes after all. Yeah, the one with like the 13 wishes spiderweb themed dress. Yeah. I found one of my random drawings of her, at least I think that's what it is, and created my own character with a tail. This one wasn't a cat, this one was a lemur. My very first lemur. The lemur I made last video. There's lemurs coming to town here, okay? Go away, lemur. Go away. Shoo, shoo, shoo. in maybe a ballet tutu. I mean, lemurs leap from tree to tree, so why not a leapy, jumpy, spinny ballerina? They're one and the same. Oh. The only worry that I can kind of spin like that is because of ice skating. I used to be the jumper. Wow. On the ice. I went like, wow. On the ice. And then I went like, wow. I'm in a lunge on the ice. And, on the ice. Hop. Start out, and then you just like, swirl away. Leg down, your foot on the ice, and then you swizzle all the way around, and you just like go until you're like a tight ball. And then on the air, you just do that. And you just keep really tight, and you're able to spin. I'm dizzy. How do my eyes look when I'm dizzy?
And those are my doodles.
And that's the jumbo lumble of my script.
See you in the clouds. Coming out. Wow. Gatang,